My first memory of football just goes all the way back to third grade. My dad was a coach. It was flag football, playing for St. John Bosco. Just going out there every Sunday and just playing with the guys. Some of my best friends that I grew up with. Never even thought about being quarterback, but just going out there, having fun with the guys. Having my dad coach me and being right there with me, every single weekend, and just having fun. Fourth grade was my first year of tackle football, and right before practice, all the guys were just out there playing catch with the ball, throwing the ball around, and I never even thought about playing quarterback. Then as soon as practice started, Coach Boyko looked to me and was like, "Hey Connor, you're playing quarterback," and I think they just thought that I could throw the ball better than anyone else. So fourth grade, played quarterback, and I think ever since then, it's kind of stuck with me.
It just blossomed from there. I mean, he loved the sport, he always has, and he just has gotten progressively better and better and better.
He would always look forward to going to practice and work to get better. And he continued that through high school. He always put the time in because he wanted to get better, because he loved the game so much.
Well, there's a great story in high school when Connor was younger. He was like a sophomore in high school, or freshman, even maybe a freshman. And he would go off to two-a-days at Walsh Jesuit High School. His mom would pack him a cooler, and on the inside of the cooler, as you flip it up and you open it, she wrote across there, "Perfection," and that was, that's just what he's always striving for.
Obviously, perfect isn't really necessarily possible, but as long as you try and chase perfection, as long as you try and do your best and try and be perfect, I think you should do pretty well in whatever it is that you're doing. So she kind of did that going into my sophomore year, and then kept doing it junior year, senior year, and still now to this day.
And even back then, when he was just an average quarterback in high school, he was striving for perfection. He's here, going on his third year of starting quarterback at MSU, and he's still striving for perfection.
Now commonly considered one of the nation's top quarterbacks, Connor's relentless pursuit of perfection transformed an average high school QB into an elite competitor.
Connor was lightly recruited out of high school. He didn't have any big-time colleges, really after him. And Michigan State, would constantly send letters, invite him to come up to camps. And Coach Narduzzi was actually at Walsh Jesuit to look at another player a year ahead of Connor, and Connor happened to be the lucky guy throwing the ball to Cam Onko, one of his teammates from Walsh.
And I guess Narduzzi saw me throw for like 10 minutes, and then goes back to Michigan State and tells all the coaches that he thought I looked pretty good, and that we should keep an eye on me. Fast forward to next year, my junior season, and I throw for like barely 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. I mean, I think any coach that looks at that stat line would be like, okay, we're definitely not going to recruit this kid. Very, very average to lousy stats as a high school athlete. But for whatever reason, after that season, Michigan State kept sending me handwritten letters each and every week, and I was just scratching my head why. I'm like, how are they interested in me? Why do they keep doing this?
That question was soon answered by Pat Narduzzi when Connor and his family made the trip to East Lansing for Junior Day.
Pat was just so excited to have Connor come up there, and Chris and I were there, and that was the day that Pat gave Connor the offer to attend Michigan State.
But it was just something weird. Like as soon as we got there, Narduzzi was so, frantic, hectic. He was like, "Hey, we got to go here, come up to my office." So we go up to his office, and sits me and my mom down, turns around, grabs these papers, gives them to me and my mom. He's like, "Okay, we're gonna offer you a full scholarship." And then me and my mom just like look at each other. We're like, "Are you serious?" And then my dad's just like shaking his head. He's like, "Oh my gosh, like we're so thankful, so happy." I mean, we were on cloud 9.
After he got his offer, and I think even Connor has said that normally that starts additional interest. Like people are like, "Oh my God, and Michigan State offered," and then you'd get offer. Well, that really didn't happen.
I was like, having these conversations with my mom and dad. And I'm like, okay, well, Michigan State's obviously the best school that's offered me so far. They're the first school that offered me. And I think the first offer is pretty special too. I think when a school, is sending you the handwritten letters like Coach Narduzzi was, and they're the first school to pull the trigger, I think that means a lot and says a lot. And so we kind of jumped on it early. I think I committed like 2 months after they offered me, and I think I made the right decision.
The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California on New Year's Day. But for Michigan State, this is their first appearance here in 26 years. Cook, nickel blitzer picked up, Touchdown, Tony Lippett. Cook rifles a touchdown pass to Lippett.
An incompletion or an interception, and Baylor wins. Here's Cook on third down to the end zone. It's a touchdown! Keith Mumphrey ties the game at 41.
With Cotton Bowl and Rose Bowl victories under his belt, success is becoming second nature to Connor. But the Spartan signal caller never understood his true potential.
You know, I think about that a lot, and I don't think ever in my wildest dreams would I ever have thought that, you know, my career would turn out the way it has.
But for Connor, all he needed was for the coaching staff to give him a chance to lead his team.
And here he is, leading Michigan State to a Rose Bowl championship.
You know, Michigan State has become quarterback U in some facets. We don't recruit a guy here if we don't have high expectations for him. We had very high expectations when he came in, and he's worked himself to this level.
And so you really look at how far he's come, you know, from the quarterback battle a couple of years ago of really we're sitting in this room and we got 4 guys, and it seemed even at one point we're like, who can we start, you know, and to try to find somebody to emerge. And you know, I think it was about the Youngstown game, which might have been our second or third game that season. You see things in him, in the plays that he made, that he's going to emerge and end up being our starter.
Winding up and throwing for Kings in the end zone is Connor Cook. Great grab, in traffic, touchdown, MSU!
Embracing the role under center was easy for Connor because of his love for the game and a sense of camaraderie and friendship with his teammates.
You know, I think football means everything to me. You know, I think it's the greatest team sport. You know, when you get 11 guys, you know, coming together on the offensive side of the ball, whether it's the defensive side, you got 100 guys on the entire team, it's the camaraderie. And I think, you know, if I had to pick one word that stands out to me for football, is just together. You know, I wouldn't be anything without my, you know, offensive line protecting me, and I wouldn't be anything without my receivers, you know, making plays for me, making me look better than I actually am, you know, making super hard catches, bailing me out when I don't throw the best ball, or having a running back like Jeremy Langford, you know, and having a running back like Madre London and Gerald Holmes and LJ Scott. Those guys, you know, coming together, working together as a team, you know, to make us, you know, be on the level that we're at. So it's all about togetherness. Is any chance that I get to go out there and play this game, play this sport, is just a blessing.
Following a successful junior campaign, Connor's childhood dream of playing in the NFL had become a reality. But something was calling him back to the banks of the Red Cedar.
Connor and I were driving around, and we were driving around the road around by where the clock tower is, and you know, he was like, you know, Dad, I just want to take all this in. He goes, you know, I think I want to walk the campus. I want to enjoy this. I want to, you know, he goes, it's the prettiest campus in the world, you know. And I think what happens is, you know, you have so much of your time, you know, to football and school, and you know, your life is just going at a fast pace, you know. And then, you know, he's coming towards the end of, you know, his career here at Michigan State, and I think he wants it to slow down a little, you know. He just wants to kind of, and what we've said is, you know, smell the roses a little, you know, slow down a little bit, smell the roses. And so I think that's, you know, kind of what he's thinking, that he wants to enjoy the last, you know, 5 months on campus, and really take it in and appreciate it, because it's been a wonderful experience.
You know, another reason why I came back is, you know, I'm a competitor and I want to compete for a championship. We didn't get that last year, and that's truly something that I really, really want to do, is to get another championship, to make it back to Indianapolis and win there. And then Coach G always talks about completing your circles. And I think if I would have left and not graduated, you know, that's not completing your circles. You know, I think I would have left some unfinished business, you know, on the table. And then, you know, obviously losing to Ohio State, losing to Oregon, you know, I want a chance at redemption. And I want to have another opportunity to go out there and play against those teams that we lost to last year, and try and get back at them, and try and, you know, do that. And then, you know, for what the future holds, I don't really know what that answer would be, but, you know, I just hope that, you know, I hope there's a lot of success in the future. Obviously going on and playing in the NFL is one of my, you know, biggest dreams that I've, you know, had ever since I was, you know, in 3rd grade playing flag football. Something that I, you know, when I first got here, didn't think was possible. You know, watching Kirk Cousins play, watching the guys in front of me, you know, seeing how good they were, and all the stuff that I need to do to improve on and do to get better. So now that dream is actually attainable and possible, it's amazing. So hopefully, you know, it involves, you know, some success in the NFL, and then after that, who knows?
With 2 top 10 teams facing off in Spartan Stadium for the first time since the game of the century in 1966, East Lansing sets the stage for one of the biggest games of the season.
Well, I think these are the type of games that you look forward to when you're in this business, whether you're a student athlete, coach, fan, athletic director. This is what it's all about. We're looking forward to hosting Oregon. When we were out there, it was a great experience. The atmosphere was incredible, and we're expecting the same to happen here.
Oh, definitely. The buzz has started since last week. Everyone knows College Game Day will be here, and the opportunities are going to be endless for the campus. And everyone knows that this game defines the program, it defines the team for this year, and this is the highlight of the season in many ways.
2 top teams playing each other. You don't see that too many times as far as out of conference games, but. It's a humbling experience. It's a blessing to be able to have this opportunity coming up, and we're just trying to seal the deal.
And I just love these games. I really do. I think that it's the wave of the future for the SMART programs, playing these kind of games, as opposed to taking, let's find 3 or 4 easy games, get our wins, get ready for conference play. That as far as the committee is concerned, that's the old days. I think the SMART athletic directors and head coaches are recognizing you need to play in these high-profile games. Because look at Michigan State last year. They lost at Oregon. They probably gained more respect in the way they played against Oregon in Eugene than if they played Western Michigan, Akron, Toledo. So that's a smart decision, and it really helps Michigan State's brand, where they beat Stanford in a Rose Bowl. They beat Baylor in a huge Cotton Bowl. They go out to Eugene, Oregon, one of the toughest places to play, and they give them everything they have for 3 quarters until the game got away from them there a little bit late, but it was a close game. They're helping create a brand that's bigger than just the state of Michigan, the Big Ten region, they become a national brand. When people in Florida and Texas and California see that Spartan and they see green and white, they now respect a top 5 program. And the way you get there is you play these kind of games. So I love these kind of games. I think they're a lot of fun. It kind of kickstarts the excitement to the season and what's to come ahead once you get to conference play.
For the city, for the campus, the world knows a little bit more about us. And that's what college athletics, I think, really does for higher education, is it gives an opportunity for people to see how great this campus is, how wonderful the people are, and both game day and the game itself will give us that opportunity once again.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to some serious college football excitement. It's been electric all day long here in East Lansing. As a matter of fact, it's been exciting all week long in preparation for this huge matchup. Michigan State and the Ducks from Oregon.
3 minutes. Go.
Coach D in year number 9, ready to lead the Spartans onto the field here against the Oregon Ducks. MSU won the toss. They have deferred. Oregon will receive. Michigan State will defend the north goal line. We are ready to go. The Spartans and the Oregon Ducks.
Give Freeman. Finds his way nicely into the end zone, and the Ducks are on the board.
The Ducks score first here at Spartan Stadium. Garrett Kings to the right, offset eye in the backfield. Madre London, the running back, hand off to Madre, left tackle. He's got some running room. Madre's at midfield, now at the 40, now at the 30. A great stiff arm, finally rolled down inside the 20-yard line of the Oregon Ducks. What a run by Madre London. Garrett Kings in motion, left to right. Connor Cook with a play fake. Easy throw, end zone. Josiah Price with a grab. Touchdown, MSU.
That's what we call an answer, right?
A short 8 to go for Oregon. Handoff again to Freeman running.
Ball's out.
Hit. Ball is loose. The ball is loose at midfield. and the Ducks may have recovered. Ducks 3rd and 19 at the Spartan 49. Adams in trouble. Down he goes. He is sacked. Shalik Calhoun got him at the 50. A sack for the Spartans, and the Ducks will have to punt. Anthony Arnett checks in. He's got some motion left to right. Hand off to Madre up the middle. Vernon Adams in the shotgun. Freeman to his left. Nice play fake by Adams. He'll wind up and throw it deep. It is picked off. What a great play by Monte Nicholson. Took it away from Nelson. Heads down the left sideline, and he's run out of bounds in Oregon Duck territory.
It has been an action-packed first 15 minutes.
Both sides kind of settling into the game and maybe a little bit more.
Burbridge to the right. Play fake by Connor. Guns it over the middle. Caught on the run by Aaron Burbridge. Dives to the goal line. Touchdown, MSU. A 17-yard score. Connor Cook with a bullet to Burbridge, and he did the rest.
That's right. Connor Cook says, put the game in my hands here.
It's a little intensity. This is what you want in a top 10 matchup.
From the 6, shotgun snap to Adams. Freeman to his right. He'll keep it himself. Goes straight ahead. Hit hard at the 1. Now it's 4th and goal. Man in motion. Hand off to Freeman. And Freeman's at the goal line, and he's short. He's short. The Spartans keep him out of the end zone. What a goal line stand.
Both of these defenses have been able to answer the bell.
Adams back to throw. Pump fakes twice. Throws deep right. It is intercepted. It is picked off by R.J. Williamson. A falling down pick, but they get Vernon Adams again. So takes the knee and head to the locker room with a 14-7 halftime lead. Second half about to get underway at Spartan Stadium. MSU with a 14-7 lead.
If they force the punt here, Michigan State's probably going to punt, of course, in their own territory.
Another good punt from Hartbarger. Braylon Addison looking for the edge. Addison's got some room, and he's got a blocker. Addison turning on the Jets inside the 30. High-stepping Addison into the end zone. Touchdown Ducks. Not yet 2 minutes into the second half, and number 2 has made sure that we're all locked up.
Now it's 4th down and 6.
They're going for it here.
R.J. Shelton in motion right to left. Shotgun snap to Connor Cook. Throws left side. Aaron Burbridge over the shoulder grab inside the 10. He's inside the 5-yard line. Heck of a throw by Connor Cook. Hand off to L.J.
Oh, he's in!
Runs to the left pylon into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU.
We'll head to the 4th. Number 5 trying to hold on to a 10-point lead. That's the end of the 3rd quarter here in East Lansing.
Michigan State needs to capitalize on this opportunity.
36-yard try for Geiger. This from the left hash mark. Gets on the way. He drills it.
Adams going to keep it himself. Vernon Adams into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. And, you know, this is a real momentum swing.
2 tight ends, 1 setback. It's LJ. They hand off to LJ.
There's on the
breaks a tackle. 30, 25, 20, 15. He's inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU. What a run by the true freshman, L.J. Scott.
A comfortable lead for now, but again, the Ducks and their system, they're never out of a football game.
Another opportunity. Adams steps up, avoids one-on-one coverage in the back, and it's Marshall for the touchdown.
And now, with 3:25 to play, it's a 3-point Spartan lead. Oregon with it. Nail-biting time for both teams. Shotgun snap. Pressure. Pressure. There he goes!
He's out!
Vernon Adams sacked. Back outside the 40 at the 42. Lawrence Thomas and Chris Fry. Listen to this crowd now on 4th and 17 for Oregon. Adams has Freeman to his right. Shotgun snap. They're coming after him.
Pressure.
He steps up, throws, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete!
Incomplete. and the Spartans hold him on 4th and 17. Connor Cook takes the knee, and the Spartans beat the Oregon Ducks before a full house at Spartan Stadium. What a night. Our final score, Michigan State 31, Oregon 28.
Well, you know, I told our football team before the game, you know, that when people ask me about the Rose Bowl, what it's like being there, and, you know, it's a special time, special place, special people. And that's really what you have tonight. We just always want to come out and play hard. And it's not a perfect game, but we're going to get in there and battle you. And I think that's what our football team did. That's sort of how I sum it up, sort of fast and furious all day long, you know, always back and forth, and very exciting day. And, you know, this game's a stepping stone for us. Should pay dividends at the end of the season, and that's what we look for. But we got 24 hours on this one.